What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sideline, the Baseline with your boys, Klew and MB. Man, we're excited again, man. We had this awesome opportunity to come and share with y'all, man. We don't take this lightly. We appreciate y'all stopping by and hollering at us because you know us, man. And we're going to start this thing off right. Man, I just thought about that old school right there. We're going to start this thing off right. We got Bello in the house. Where they at, girl? Where they at, girl? Oh, man, I done showed my age and let y'all know I used to go to the club, huh?
and that movement look like you can't dance either.
Oh, I sure can't. MB, how did you catch that? It was that bad?
Yeah. I guess because I can't dance, so I recognize when other people can't dance.
Goodness, MB, I'm terrible. I ain't even sit here and try to pretend. My brother would tell you, boy, I can't get him nothing. I'm doing the two-step and messing that up. How you blow the two-step? That's what I want to know.
In certain dances where I jump on, like the cabbage patch or something like that. Beep, box.
Right.
In certain movements I can kill, but then the other thing when they be doing all that, I'm like, nah, I can't do some of that stuff. I gotta pass on it, man.
Hey, I'm leaving all these folks alone when it comes to that dancing thing, man, because I can't mess with it. But
man, you gotta find your groove, baby.
What? I don't know if I have one of those.
Oh, you don't? Gotcha.
It'll be you got to have one of those, right? To find it.
Oh Lord.
Don't you gotta have a groove to find one?
Yeah.
And here go the horrible part, man. It's the trip. How about both my mama and my daddy can dance?
Oh wow.
Like how they produce me?
Maybe it's like twins where they said skip a generation.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is, man.
How they skip me? Both of them can go. And then they just look at me. And I remember even growing up as a kid, every Saturday is clean up time inside. And I used to prefer to clean up outside. I could not, for whatever reason, MB, I couldn't stand cleaning up inside of the house. Now you can send me out the door, man.
Right.
You put me out the door, MB, I go all day.
Yeah.
Cut the yard, dig up weeds, rake, you name it, I'm out there all day. But you tell me to clean up that bathroom or that room, I'm doing it. I'm shutting it down. So we be in there, parents playing music and stuff, blasting. And you break down for a couple seconds. Boy, they just stop and look at me like, what is you doing?
Right.
While my brother around here, Pac Jam, what's going on?
What up, Pac Jam?
Hey, MB, we went to Sarasota one year with my auntie. He went a dance contest while we
Pac Jam?
First of all, we in a bar. So how about auntie got two kids in a bar?
Y'all went to Elks Lounge?
Probably what we was, right? Oh, he frozen.
There he go. God,
that's a bad picture to be frozen with.
I know, God. What's up?
Hey, how you fat and skinny? That's what he got. He got a fat skinny face. Listen, we're the whole background here.
Hey, stop stealing somebody's Wi-Fi, man. Use your own Wi-Fi, man.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, man.
Yeah, he's no stalling neighbor Wi-Fi.
Hey,
that way ain't like that, man.
Hey,
what's up, Malcolm, man? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Malcolm. Good. Hey, man, thank you for joining.
What's good, man? What's good? You see John?
10X better, yeah, bro.
Jay Gutter in the building.
Yeah. JC. Man, Malcolm right there, Klew. Klew, you was talking about like a men's group, man. That's one of the men's group I'm part of, 10X Better Man. It's from the scripture Daniel.
Sounds better, man, bro. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, it's from the scripture Daniel, how Daniel and the Hebrew boys when they asked the guard, "Hey man, can we not eat their food? We got a special diet that we're on. We want to contaminate ourselves." And he found them to be 10 times better than the other people. You know.
Okay.
So that's the heartbeat of group. So that's what you and I was talking about a men's group. So that's one of the men's group that I'm a part of, man. Malcolm, that's one of the leaders right there. Great dude right there, man.
Hopefully we get on and show out a little bit for y'all.
Yeah. They've been showing us some love. Him and Dr. Parker been on as well, so they've been showing some love, man.
Hey, shucks, he made me think of one better. Remember that one better?
All right, hey, go Pac Jam. Let's get Pac Jam.
Man, who knows, man? He in every screen, man.
Yeah, look at it. There you go, man. Stop stealing people Wi-Fi.
Huh?
Stop stealing your neighbor Wi-Fi, man.
Oh man, don't do that. Don't say that. Don't say that, man. Don't say that too loud.
Boy, you so good, man.
We ain't gonna tell nobody else. But look, man, we gonna get right into the show, man. And we got a new segment for y'all, man. It's easy. Yeah. You know, we round here, man. Game recognized game. We was ballers. We know ballers when we see them. That's why we call y'all ballers. And it was a lot of football got played this weekend, man.
Yes,
and sports, period.
Right. But when we look at who's out there causing havoc and making plays, man, we starting a new segment. When you come over here, the sideline, the baseline, man, we don't follow behind the rest of the folks. We trendsetters, man. Y'all,
right.
They get behind us, bro. And we got a segment called "He's a Problem," because guess what? When you're a baller and you for that opposing team, you a problem.
You're a problem. Yep.
That's right.
So we gonna start this thing off, and I'm gonna go in.
Who you got, Klew?
Hey, I'm gonna start right off. Texas quarterback, man, Sam Ehlinger. Man, 25 or 33. That means he only missed 8 times, MB.
Right.
And then 426 yards, 5 touches. That's right, I said it. 5 touches. And for you folks who ain't following, that's touchdowns. 5 touches, 426.
I beg you,
33. Sam Ehlinger, he's a problem.
He's a problem. Pac Jam, talk to me. Because your Wi-Fi look like it's a problem. So go ahead and get your who's the problem is.
I would have to say the young man at Arkansas State, man, Jonathan Adams Jr. is a real problem.
Ooh,
that's my problem.
What was the problem? Tell me what he got, baby.
He was clearly unstoppable this weekend. Clearly unstoppable. He had 8 receptions for 98 yards. All right, 3 touches. That means he was in the paint 3 times. He had 2 Odell Beckham type catches.
Yes, sir.
One hand behind, brought it on in. This kid is simply a problem. You will be seeing him on Sunday.
He's a problem.
You will see him on Sunday.
Hey, I'm a cheat spec. You talking about seeing him on Sunday?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you who was a problem on Sunday.
Okay.
Out west side, my man Russell Wilson, baby. Yeah. He was a problem. All right, for Atlanta Falcons.
He's been a problem.
31 out of 35, 322 yards, threw 4 touches, right? 4 touches with 0 interceptions. 4. Big man. Hey, what floor you live on, big man? 4. 4.
Bro, man.
Hey, he was a problem, baby. He's always been the problem. Hey, my man Russell Wilson getting it down, man, out the West Seattle Seahawks, baby. He's a problem.
Wow.
That is.
Well, we gonna go right at you. I'm gonna come back hard. And LJ, Mr. Lamar Jackson, you know, he last year, and he let y'all know that right up front. He went 20 or 25, 275, and 3 touches. 3 touches. Hey, man, Lamar Jackson, them Ravens, he's a problem.
That is.
What you got, Pac Jam?
I got A-Rod. I got Aaron Rodgers. I got Aaron Rodgers this Sunday, man, against the Minnesota Vikings. As you all know, he's been a problem, and he remained a problem. 32 for 44, 364 with 4 TDs. A real problem.
Yes,
Aaron Rodgers.
His
quarterback rating was 127. A problem.
And you'll be remiss, man. You can't forget the other dude. It was like Batman and Robin, dynamic duo, right? Tyler Adams, man. What he had, like 14 catch for 100 and some yards? That just
Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Wow.
What's the respect on his name?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. Hey, I'm popping collar. My bad. Hey.
I know. That's that Miami education.
Hey, that's that Obama education.
No, that's the Miami education.
He's a problem.
You just happen to be in the ACC, but you ain't the ACC.
Listen, we set the standard. Hey, since you want to talk about Miami, hey,
yes, sir.
These collections of dudes,
listen,
they're a problem. Hey,
who did you play? Who did you play?
Name them all, MB.
Hey,
this
let me go roll call, baby.
Yes, sir.
That starting with the QB. All right. Hey,
yes, sir.
That's the king, man, right now. Hey, 16 out of 24, 114 yards, but don't sleep on that. Hey, got the longest streak right now.
Listen, he ain't been
games. 16 consecutive games, right? To score a touchdown running and passing, right? Hey, 12 rushes for 83 yards. Then I got in the backfield, right? Transformer, my man Cam Megatron Harris, baby. 17 attempts, 134 yards, 7.9 average, Pac-Man. Do the math on that. Pull out your little calculator. 7.9 average, baby, per touch, right? Then besides him, right, we had two freshmen lighting in the bottle. Kane, number 2, all right, and the Rooster, Jalen Knighton getting it down, man. Knighton had 9 attempts for 59 yards, 6.6 yards to average, and Chaney had average 6.5. Hey, Transformer, those 4 guys, they're a problem.
Yes, sir, man.
Your quarterback.
Hey, hold on. You tearing up the segment, man. We go get you can go back at them later on. Hey, Jerome Baker, man, them Dolphins, man, they ain't do a whole lot this week, but it was a ball. Hey, listen. This guy get to that football. Jerome Baker, linebacker, 16 tackles, MB. We know what that means. You don't just get that every game. 16 tackles, and he got a sack, man.
No doubt.
Hey, Jerome Baker, he's a problem.
He's a problem. Because every time, you saw New England highlights, but one thing you saw with that 55 in the highlights, so he was around that ball, baby. I was like, who is that? Every time it was something, I was like, who is that? Hey, it was Baker, man. Baker.
Hey, we gonna show some defenders some love on this show. It gonna be all offensive show.
No doubt. Hey, and when you talking about defender, man, hey, I'm gonna switch it over to tennis, man.
Yes, sir.
Young lady, Naomi.
Okay.
Osaka.
Yeah.
She's a problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
She's a problem. Won the U.S. Open. Again, she won in 2018, right? She won 3 Grand Slams in the last 3 years. 2018 U.S. Open, 2019 Australia Open, 2020 U.S. Open again, right?
Yeah.
22 years old. She's a problem. Hey, she told the dude when he asked about her mask, he said, "What type of statement would you try? What type of message would you trying to convey? What are you trying?" She asked him, What did you get from it? He didn't know what to say because you know what? She's a problem. Ain't nothing. Smart, athletic. Hey, 22 years old. Hey, bro, she might be holding it down for a long time. She keep playing like she was playing, Klew.
What I like more than anything was the statement she said when she was down, because remember, she became the first to win after being down a whole set.
Yeah.
She said, I asked myself, how can I lose with the bloods of my ancestors running through my veins? I cannot lose. That to me epitomizes everything she's all about.
No doubt. She's a problem. And her mental toughness, man, was elite. The grit, they talking about the grit. Hey, man, she's got that grit, man. She got that thing.
Hey, look, it was one more problem out there, guys.
Who?
Hey, we talked about them last Thursday. They came out there as a team and did their thing. Kansas City Chiefs offense.
Woo!
MB, roll call. Hey, listen.
Talk to him.
You got my homie out there, man, and he puts it down. $500 million showed up. Guess what? the whole offense, they're a problem.
They're a problem. They're a problem. They are proud. You talking about Patrick Mahomes, 22 for 32, attempts, right? 3 touchdowns, Klew. All right, only 211 yards, but it don't make a difference, man. 3 touchdowns, sack only once. He's a problem. All right, then you got the running back, man, from LSU. All right, Edwards-Helaire, right? 25 rushing attempts, 138 yards, 5.5 yards of average, right? 86 yards, touchdown. He's a problem. Sammy Watkins, receiver corps, the cheetah, right? Yeah. And Kelsey, they all problems.
They cheating, man.
They cheating.
All that?
They cheating. Who you gonna stop? They cheating, bro. They cheating.
Hey, so we got basketball. Hey, Pack Jam, me and your bench, MB, they a problem.
No doubt.
MB always asking me, man, who in the world gonna show up for us? Who gonna be that third wheel? I say, I don't care about that, man. We the Lakers. So
listen.
When you put on that jersey, MB, you just show up. You don't know. Hey, we don't care who it is.
Hey, Caruso, to me, Caruso has happened to be the 6th man of the bubble. If there was a 6th man award for the bubble, it'd be Caruso.
Yes, sir.
Ask James Harden about that rundown block.
Hey, MB, you got one more problem, man.
I do. Hey, and he's a problem, and he's gonna be a problem for my Clippers tonight. Is that Joker, boy? That Joker been a problem, averaging about 30-something a game, 7.7 average, over 7 rebounds a game, 7 assists. That Joker's a problem, man.
But my question to you is, how is the Joker a problem? And you told me that you have the best defensive team ever assembled with Beverly and that goon. You got Beverly.
Not in the paint.
Listen. No. They told me they play defense anywhere. They got Beverly, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Listen, and what was funny is Doc put all 3 of them on at one time during the game, and all of them got bucketed.
Hey, look.
Hey, listen. I said on the skill for a perimeter, they're a problem. Because when you talk about Kawhi and you talk about PG, skill position, they holding the perimeter down. They're a problem. But I ain't never said they had anybody in the paint that could stop.
Joker been shooting threes, man.
Who?
Joker been shooting threes.
Oh,
that's Joker, the perimeter.
No, listen.
No, he get it everywhere.
He want to do. Joker shooting threes.
Right. So he was on the perimeter.
Joker's been doing anything
everywhere.
He want to do.
Yeah.
You're right. He been shooting some threes, but he been scoring in the paint. He's been passing the ball behind the back passes. He's been able to do anything he want to do. I mean, poor what's the dude name for the center for the Clippers, Zubac or something like that. I mean, he been trying.
He missed them days when he was in the other locker room. We seen him.
What I need you to do, MB, what I need you to do is tell the truth. 2 guys have not been the same since they came back to the bubble.
Yeah.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
No doubt.
And Harold.
No doubt.
Neither one of them has been the same because they both left the bubble and came back.
Neither one of them wanted to be there.
Neither
one of them wanted to be there.
Well, hey, not to make excuse, but Lou, I know we joke with Lemon Pepper Lou, right?
He copyrighted that 3 days ago.
No doubt.
That tells you where his mind at. He copyrighted, he trademarked Lemon Pepper Lou 3 days ago.
I agree.
That tells you where his mind at.
No doubt, and that's not good. Because I was about to say, man, because both of them experienced the death of a loved one, so I can understand you playing with a heavy heart. But I mean, but the fact that
Lou Hard had lighted it up when he went to
I'm a little confused, huh?
Lou Hard didn't stay heavy after he went to his homeboy funeral because he was at Magic City.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm confused. I was trying to help him out. I mean, Harold. I understand, but Lemon Pepper Lou, I don't know, man. I just don't know. You can wait to do all that, man. You got playoffs going on, man.
I'm gonna throw this stat at you right quick. I know we ain't trying to spend much time right here on this subject matter, but let me throw this stat right quick before we go. Doc Rivers is the only coach in the NBA to be up 3-1 and lose. Twice he's done that. Tonight may be the 3rd time.
Woo!
Only in the history of the NBA, he's the only coach that been up 3-1 in a playoff series and lost. Twice he's done that.
Jeez.
Tonight may be number 3.
Hey, I hope not. Power to the people. Come on, Doc. Come through for
us. Man. MB, I'm saying, hey, sadly, baby, I want him up out of there. You know I picked Denver to win this.
I know you did. I know you did.
And we need to be sponsored by M&M, because when you say you talked about him being a problem joker, we just call him M&M mismatch. Hey, look, let's move on, man. It's another game being played tonight, man. That's gonna be outstanding. Yeah. The Eastern Conference Finals start tonight with Miami and Boston, man. MB, what's your thoughts on that game?
Hey, I'm going hometown, man. Hey, I'm going hometown, get hot heat. Let's go heat, baby. That thing kicking off at 6:40. Like I said, man, at first, you know, I was talking about Toronto. I was really impressed with them as far as their team playing as a team. But until I lay eyes on the Heat, man, they get it done. They get it done. They play as a team. Everybody, they playing red light, green light, because everybody got a green light to do what they need to do. Everybody understand their role, right? And they're embracing everything. It's no big I in team. It's no I in team. Those guys playing like a team. They playing like a fist, and they hitting people in the mouth. All right, they hitting dudes in the mouth. They ain't turn down uppercut. They hit the Pacers in the mouth. All right, they turn around, hit Milwaukee in the mouth, right? And now they about to hit the Celtics in the mouth.
Listen.
Hey, wait, Pac Jam. Hold on. Double A in the building, man. He say this is a Danny Ainge versus Pat Riley type of matchup, and I love that kind of attitude. Pac Jam, when you hit the video again, tell us 2 keys for Miami to win, and then 2 keys for Boston to win.
Oh, it's simple. To me, it comes down to this right here. The number 1 key for both teams is this. The Boston Celtics lead all NBA teams in 3-point perimeter defense. They held opponents to 31%. Okay? Miami Heat leads all teams in the bubble with 3-point percentage. Miami as a team is shooting 60% from 3-point range.
Ooh,
so it's like going to come down to one thing. This series come down to one thing.
Talk to me.
Imano, can you stop my 3? Can you defend the 3? Or can you score against the defense of a great perimeter defense that's been shutting down the 3? That's what this series is going to come down to, because they're both aggressive teams. They're both teams that get after the basketball. They're both teams that all about flexing their muscles. Ain't no punk in me. A la Smart. Ain't nothing punking me about my main man down there in Miami. You know him, the AKA, they say they call him Jamie Foxx. You know who I'm talking about.
Django. Call him
Django Unchained. You know, Marquette's home. You know.
Django.
So again, this series is going to come down to how well Miami shoots the 3 and how well the Celtics defend the 3 is what it's going to come down to. To me, that's the number 1 key above all things.
Well, I think but what both of you guys said is tremendous. I think this is probably going to be the one of the best series to watch as a basketball fan. Now, and it depends on what kind of fan you are too. If you're a new age, shoot the 3 ball a lot, don't play no defense. The kids, what our kids we watching them do, they're gonna hate this series because this is gonna be a throwback series.
This is a New York Knicks Indiana Pacers series. Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller, the Davis boys against Patrick Ewing, John Starks, Oakland type series. That's what this is. This bring your lunch pail to work type series. You know, your kid, you know what I mean? That's what this series is all about, right? Ain't no flash in this thing right here, man.
Hey, I'm over here. I wish I'm pretending I'm at the bleachers watching the game where they stomp on the bleachers. Like, defense.
You know, what I do like about Miami, to me, what I love about Miami is this. Miami features a team and not an individual.
No doubt.
Because there was games that Miami won by double figures that Jimmy Butler only had 10 points.
Exactly.
And he didn't take a lot of shots in those games. So Miami's all about however we're going to win, however we can win, we're going to win. It doesn't matter who's getting off.
No doubt.
We're going to hustle and play hard and support one another. Now, to me, the Achilles heel for Boston has been Boston tends to get into a lot of one-on-one basketball in periods of a game. And I'm afraid if they find themselves getting into that one-on-one basketball against the Miami Heat, you will find yourself leaving the bubble early. Because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that's been their problem. They're getting the ISO ball. Well, and you're not going to beat the Heat playing ISO ball.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, I'll agree 110%. You know, the thing about it. Well, let me ask you a question. Let's go tell of the tape right quick. Offensively, who's the better offensive team right now? I think the Heat, just because they can score from everywhere. Boston, to me, just especially his last series, they've been inconsistent.
All Miami, Pike. So just get ready for that.
I'm Miami, baby. I'm Miami team wise. I think
honestly, Boston is the better offensive team. They really are, because remember, if we be honest about this thing, and we call like we see it, Miami doesn't truly have many players that can get a bucket on their own without backstream picks. Miami does a lot of backstream picks. They do a lot of screen and rolls to score. Boston can create on their own and score. So Boston has the better offensive players and team. The problem has been with Boston, though. Boston tend to fall in love with their scoring abilities and tend to forget that they got four other guys on the court with them.
Bro, Boston, man, especially his last series, they were so inconsistent. I mean,
no, it was not. They didn't start out inconsistent.
I love Walker, but Walker disappeared that last series, man. And then Brown, all right, he goes 1 minute he hot, 1 minute he cold, right? 1 minute he's shooting ball a lot, next minute he's saying he ain't getting no shots. The only two guys that's being consistent, that's like, hey man, we're gonna fire that thing up, is Tatum, right? And Smart. Those guys consistently, you get the same thing from them every day.
But
Smart,
this is the thing.
Tatum, they come ready to play. When you look at the Heat, right? Consistently, all those guys as a team, they come ready to play. Even when Jimmy Butler have an off day, they still bringing their A game the whole time.
Answer this question. And I know you pro Miami, you bleed Miami and all that's good. But would you be shocked tonight if you was to get beat by 30?
Yeah, I'd be shocked.
Why would you be shocked?
Defense.
No. Why would you be shocked?
Defense.
They've been off too long, MB. Seems like the team that
Listen.
If you look and they were talking about this during the Lakers who did Lakers just beat? We just killed Houston. The Lakers Houston series, they pulled up a stat that the team generally that's been sitting, that's won and just sitting there relaxing, generally loses that first game in an ugly way. And just that's what he's getting at. He's not getting at, that's gonna mean anything moving forward. But my pick for this series is actually the Heat. I just don't feel like Boston is gonna be able to withstand the pressure. I thought they lucked out of getting out of the game with Toronto. That was my pick, but I'm gonna go with Miami in this series. MB, of course, you Miami.
Oh, I'm Miami all the way, baby.
Tell us why. Because defense, MB.
Defense.
I'm going with Boston. I'm going with Boston in this series, and I'm going with Boston in this series to win in 6.
Okay.
Nah.
All right. So moving forward, man, we got the Lakers matchup, and the Lakers versus who? We'll see tonight. MB, who do you think the Lakers should play? And if they play, who wins that matchup?
I'm still sticking with the Clippers, man. As far as because I started with them from the beginning. I want to jump off so bad, but I'm so bad. I mean, just for Doc Rivers alone, with Pat Jam say he was the only coach to give up 3-1 twice. No, we can't let that happen. Come on, come on, do it for your coach. If show some love for the Doc. Is there a doctor in the house, baby? Do it for Doc, man. So just because of that alone, hey, because I don't want the man to get fired. Because I'm telling you, they lose. Somebody liable to get fired, right? They might have too much time, right? Not to make it, right? So
to me, what's
I'm going with
what's not getting talked about enough, though, MB. If we be honest with that, what's not talked about enough is not the fact. I don't want to hear this about, oh, we got our minds on the Lakers. Well, you've been struggling the whole playoffs.
Yeah,
the
no
problem
doubt.
has been this. This is what I see. What this is the problem. Too many times in the Dallas series and in the Denver Nuggets series, you've went up by 16 to 20 points and lose.
Right. They lost twice.
So,
they lost twice like that with the Nuggets. They was up by 19 and still lost.
They lost
twice,
the same way with Dallas when the boy hit the game, the buzzer beater. That was another game. They was up by 20. And Luka Doncic came. They came back. So my question is this: to me, that shows me that you're a team that has a lot of mental lapses, and that's not a championship team.
So who's your team? So who's your pick? Then answer the question. Who's your pick, and who would you like to see them play for the night? The Lakers. Who's your pick to win the game tonight? Clippers in Denver, and then who would you like to see the Lakers play? So that can be two different answers.
Well,
I want the Clippers to play. I want to play the Clippers, and I believe the Clippers will win tonight.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go against both of y'all. I want the Denver Nuggets because I picked them and picked the Clippers to go out. So I'm sticking with my Nugget pick. And then and of course you know what I mean. I want the Nuggets to play the Lakers so we can go ahead and get this over with.
But I'm gonna say this though.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this though. Even with the Clippers winning tonight, that series is not gonna give us what we thought we was gonna get though. The Lakers, if you look at it, and I'm not talking about the physical aspect, you guys have played the game. You guys know what it is to be mentally focused. And you see that with the Lakers. The Lakers played a guy that was 19 years old in game 5.
Right.
19 years old. Had never played none this season. He went out there and he played like he was a starter, like he been out there. That tells you something about the culture of that team mentally right now.
No doubt.
And that's
why we're gonna host the trophy, man.
Right.
Let's move on.
Hey, listen, don't get it twisted now. I think the Clippers gonna win, but Lakers obviously the better team, especially now. One thing about the Lakers, man, with their bench, like they're a problem. We said it from the beginning. And they're a great problem. Those guys been taking it to the next level. Man, hey, LeBron James, AD, they're focused and ready to go. The Clippers, right? You've been getting what we seeing right now is what we've been seeing from the Clippers all year. They've been playing like a roller coaster ride, man. When they play somebody good, they play at this level. When they play somebody bad, when they have success, right? My coach used to tell me 9 out of 10 people could deal with failure, but only 1 out of 10 can handle success. And that's how the Clippers. Every time they have a big game, they have a big loss. So I'm expecting them to bounce back just because they had 2 embarrassing losses back to back that they're finally going to get it together. But that roller coaster ride against the Lakers going to get them out.
Well, we really appreciate that they going down tonight, MB. Let's go over to SEC games. Hey, our conference, the best conference, homeboy, was played a lot of games this week. And MB, let's hit your games first because we know you got to run tonight. So,
yeah. Well,
UNC and Syracuse.
So he talking about the best conference. We're focused on the ACC, baby. From Miami, from the U, from Duke, right there. We got it. We're holding it down. And obviously, North Carolina, man. Hey, this was a very. If there's anything called an ugly win, this fit that category. I mean, Syracuse. When you look at their prediction, right, everybody kind of see them as the bottom feeders of the conference, right? But don't sleep on Syracuse. Syracuse came ready to play, and they gave North Carolina a run for the money, right? And North Carolina right now, everything starts with the quarterback, man. They got a slinger, man. They got a guy that's a really good player, Sam Howell, right? But it didn't show up in the stats, right? They had to win this game in the 4th quarter to get it done. I want to go to the stats, what Sam had, so we get an idea of what he did, all right? He was 25 of 34 passing, had 295 yards total yards, right? Only had 12 rushing, but that's not what he is. He's a passer. Completed 73% of his passes, right? But he had 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions. And so a lot of times when we talk about being that elite team and challenging Clemson and whatnot, You can't afford to keep shooting yourself in the foot and turn the ball over. You got, as a quarterback, as a leader, you got to manage that offense because they got some skills. They got some players on that team. They got some skill position. Mac Brown does an excellent job. They do an excellent job recruiting and then also developing their players. But this loss here, Klew, this win, I keep treating it as a loss. But this win here, all right, was not a good opening for them to get it done. I was really disappointed in them.
So what was the score, MB?
Oh, I forgot the score. Hold on. Put me on the spot. Go ahead. I'll curve back to it.
Because I
like 3 touchdowns the first half. Hold on.
Yeah, I thought they beat them up pretty bad, man. You making me
Lou, it came in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm saying. It was close. Wow. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't know why I can't pull it up.
I'm gonna pull it up for you.
This UNC.
Go to the next one. I'll pull it up.
All right. Well, it's your turn again.
Oh, go ahead. Jump in. I'm gonna pull this up.
We'll go FSU and Georgia Tech. Now this game, man. Here we go. Mike Norvell getting another shot at it, man. Getting a chance to get his first game going against a Georgia Tech team that's really looking to still replenish recruiting because they're changing over from a completely different style of offense and defense that were ran. And we were thinking we picked Florida State, and I barely picked Florida State too. I just went with my heart. I'm a Florida boy. I went with a Florida team. That was disappointing, man. I know Florida State jumped up out front, and then they had to call a game. Of course, this Florida lightning came. Teams had to vacate the field. I think they stayed off the field for a couple hours. They come back, and they go back and forth, and then Georgia Tech ends up winning the game, man. Down the stretch, man, on a last drive, and ended up winning it. And to me, man, that's not a good start for Mike Norvell. I mean, early on, MB talked about it when we gave y'all our little preseason synopsis on it. Didn't really represent the players well. The players called him out. Now your first game, you go out there and you lose. Hey, it was another guy lost his first game for Florida State. Y'all got him up out of there. Y'all was ready to get him up out of there after the first loss. Let's see what the whole FSU faithful I ain't been seeing get rid of yet. So I guess he still has another chance. Duke played Notre Dame.
Hold on, Klew. I'm gonna jump back on it because that Duke game as well. I'm looking at North Carolina game. Like I said, they scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, like what I was talking about. The final score was 31-6, but it was close all the way into the fourth quarter, and they finally pulled it away.
Oh, wow. I thought I saw a blowout, so I was super confused. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but I just thought the score didn't really.
Yeah, the final.
I thought it 31.
No, the final score was an indication of how the game went. The game was close all the way into the fourth quarter, and then they finally right now wore them out and was able to finish it off. Speaking of close games, like you talking about that Florida State and Georgia Tech game, man, I was really in our pregame show, we was talking about like Georgia Tech, and I was concerned about them not having enough time to make the transition from running the triple offense right to a spread offense, right? That you got that's a mass overhaul, right? But when I was watching that game, oh my God, hey, those dudes was ready to play. And what I love about it,
I don't even understand that the score is still 31-6.
No, Klew, I'm talking about Florida State and Georgia Tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about Florida State.
Listen, can we be honest? Hold
on, Peg Jan, let me finish it. I'm talking about Florida State and Georgia Tech, bro.
Okay, my bad. Yeah,
the athleticism that I saw on Georgia Tech team. I already know Georgia Tech, far as it's as a coach recruiting at UM. Right, Georgia was one of my area, and there's certain states where you don't have to leave the state. You can get everything you want in that state. And Georgia has that rich recruiting ground. And man, they doing an excellent job. Before them to make that transition the way they did, I was really impressed, right, what I saw on the field athletic. I mean, they had some grown men, they safeties, the players on the field. They had some talent on that field.
Hey,
And that
Georgia
freshman
Tech ain't
quarterback
got to
was
lead
doing
the
it
city.
for him, man.
Georgia Tech ain't got to lead the city.
MB.
That's what I'm saying. They got
MB.
ballers. Hey,
MB.
St. Lou, that quarterback that they have, oh my God. Hey, he's a true freshman. That dude's he's got a huge upside. And a win like this, man, it's only going to propel them and push them in the right direction.
You're killing me right now.
They're going to sleep on a lot of people sleeping on, just like Pac Jam sleeping on.
Listen, first of all, because you know what? Because you know what? This show is called Sideline to Baseline. So what that tell me is we don't leave nothing uncovered. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, at the bottom line is this. Florida State is not Florida State, man. Blackman is still a starting quarterback. He had a 21 quarterback rating. 21.
What is that? 21?
What is that? 21 was his quarterback rating.
Where they do that at?
1. 2-1. He's the starting quarterback. Your leading rusher had 39 yards rushing on 13 carries. Let's try that again. Your leading rusher had 39 rush yards on 13 carries. Georgia Tech is not the second coming of the Purple People Eaters. All right? Georgia Tech does not win more than 5 games.
He went back for decades.
Georgia Tech does not win more than 5 games this season. Let's cut it out. Florida State is pitiful. I hate to say this because I got children I'm talking about, but Florida State is trash.
Hey,
Waste
listen.
management.
But hey, Pac Jam, right? And they may be trash, right? But you hit us some good points. Blackman has the ability, right? Here's the thing: you bring in a head coach like Klew mentioned, right? The last coach in the situation got fired in first. Got lost the first game and end up firing Taggart, right? But you look at all with the high expectation, this high power offense, how he's going to get him back on track. So when you talk about offensively, man, it's very disappointing because when you watch Blackman has ability. He's not like a sorry quarterback.
No, stop it. He's had a million chances. MB, he's had a million chances with 3 different offenses.
He got in there.
Bro, hey, this is what I'm trying to say. With this offense, Pac Jam, you missing a point. You brought in an offensive specialist as a head coach to inject this offense. The offense was disappointing. They have the ability. They got some grown men at receiver. They got to do athletic at the quarterback that needs training. They got an offensive line to give them some time, right? The running back is a question mark to me, but they have the skill to
Blackman has been starting. Listen, I was talking to my brother one day. We was talking about the subject, and I hate that we get no round like this, but I was talking to my brother one day, and he said, you know what? He said, regardless of the system, regardless of the coach, if you that guy, it's going to show.
Yes, sir.
Blackman has been the starting quarterback for 4 straight years. 4 straight years he's been the starter. Because he started his first year because our homeboy, Francois, got in trouble. So Blackman came out that end. He's been starting 4 years, and he's still the same as he was when he went out there as a true freshman.
Man, we got to move on, man. We got to move on. We got 2 more games and not a lot of time. Duke versus Notre Dame, man. That game was it was an interesting game. It looked sloppy in the beginning. You could tell these 2 teams hadn't really got a lot of work done. I think Duke offensively struggled. They missed a lot of balls. Chase Bryce, you could tell he was a first time starter. This guy ain't started since he was in high school, and he's a senior this year. So I think he had to work off a lot of first time type of things that you go through on the football field. But yet he's asked to be leading this offense. And that's a lot to deal with. I think though, man, and like I don't know, MC Rick, baby Rick MC put on here, man. Keep an eye on Chris Rumph at Duke. Listen, that's a first round pick, man.
Who?
Chris Rumph. He's a edge rusher. He's a throwback to all the Pittsburgh rush guys.
He had 1 quarterback hurry. He had 3 solo tackles and 5 total tackles.
Listen, MB, all over the field, he's a projected first round pick, and so I keyed on him a whole lot that game. MB, they double him all the time. They slant the line that way, or they'll put a running back that way. So what Duke does a lot, and I saw this watching film preseason to get prepared for the year, they move him all over MB because otherwise he'll just get doubled all game. The one of the hurries that he got, Pack, he got that off of a double team. Off of a double. He's MB. He's a throwback in that LT mode that everybody tries to bring into the NFL, man. He's long, he's lean, he don't look, big and strong. He's not that, but man, them tackles in trouble with him. So I really enjoyed that. However, Notre Dame, man, tough inside. They made plays down the stretched the game out, and made it what it was at the end. It was a real tough game going into the fourth. They ended up stopping Duke on the drive. They scored, and really that's what won it for them. But I look for both of these teams to get better. It's going to be interesting, though, for Notre Dame because they struggle throwing the football, man. And
that's surprising because they got their quarterback coming back,
But none of the receivers, MB. All the receivers are gone. Everybody is brand new.
Oh, wow.
So that's what happened with them. Yeah, so they should improve and get better, but they got to kind of start figuring out. Oh, and I can't think of his name. The running back. MB for Notre Dame. Yes. Now he's a little guy too, though, MB, but he don't run like that. He's
Williams. Williams. His last name Williams, number 23.
What's his first name? Kyler or
Karen.
Karen.
204 from St. Louis, Missouri.
He's not a big guy, but MB, he runs like a big guy.
19 carries for 112 12 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Listen, but I would like to see the stat after contact. Yeah, because listen, man, the first guy, hey, it didn't matter who was the first guy. He finna break that, and so we needed to get a bunch more guys around it. And this is where that tackling problem for lack of practicing comes into play for everybody. So I ain't giving no excuse, but this is everybody. They actually getting the chance to finally practice tackling because that ain't been done. So early on, these running backs should be eating. The last game we wanted to touch with the ACC was Clemson versus Wake, man. Listen, Wake Forest in trouble. I mean, we knew Clemson would win. We knew they'd win big. But we didn't think they'd be out there playing 7-on-7 where guys ain't even close to the receiver. Like, listen, MB, it's one thing when you know you're the lesser talent to go out there, right, and you miss a tackle or you hit the joker and just can't bring them down. In Etienne's case, right? Yeah. But when he running through the hole that ain't nobody touching him, that's completely a different thing, And so I look for Georgia Tech coaching, man, to get. They got to get better.
Oh, you mean Wake Forest coaching?
Yeah, Wake Forest. Sorry, Wake Forest. Yeah, they got to get better because guys weren't even in the right spot. And when I don't see you in the right spot, that's coaching to me. You know what I'm saying?
And you're right. It could be coaching. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see the game, but it could be coaching. And then you got a lot of new guys because they have some turnovers.
Before the game, on game day, they was bragging on the coach that he has taken them to 5 straight bowls the last 5 years.
Well,
but the coach said this. He did say that his team hasn't done nothing physical since that bowl game in December.
Yeah.
He said because of the COVID, they've put so much restrictions on him. He said they've been doing a lot of film work.
Right.
He said they haven't been doing much outdoor work. And it showed.
And that's a problem because when you go against the team,
that they had been outside.
When you go against a team like Clemson with their complicated offense, how they put stress on the offense, make you cover the entire field, not only vertical but horizontally, you gotta work on that thing because there's a lot of motions, a lot of shift, you gotta bump with coverage. You gotta do all that.
Something.
And then you can't play. They don't have the skill set where they can sit there and play man all the time where you go cat coverage. So I'm not surprised about what you're saying, Klew, if that was the case, Well,
that's something me and Kevin had discussed before about teams not tackling.
What's up, Wallace?
That's something me and Kevin discussed before about teams not tackling, not practicing nothing physical, and then getting out there game day and saying, let's go. It's not going to happen like that.
Right.
Yeah, especially against Clemson, man. I mean, Clemson, they like grown men out there,
that
man.
That was the first round running back.
Yeah.
Remember,
well, hey, they don't have, no, that's not a first round running back. They don't really have those no more. So you're a second round running back.
Well, how you say that?
Well, because of the NFL, but that's a whole nother question.
Oh,
that's
I got
you. In the NFL, MB, if you realize and think about it, really, you got to be an absolute monster and do more than just tote the note anymore to be a first round running back. Nowadays, they're just not valuing that position as a first round guy. Like all the guys we're looking at come out, be first round picks. Think about it. Edwards Hilaire was the last pick of the first round. Last pick. And we all thought he was a monster. I told Pike during that Alabama game, I know they talked about this guy, that guy, every guy except for him. And guess who the best dude on the field was? It was Hilaire. Was the best dude in that Alabama LSU game. Moving forward, man, we got NFL. What were the biggest surprises for you, MB, this weekend, Sunday?
I would say I'm gonna take you know what? One game that I wanted to watch, and that was a surprise. Well, a couple games, right? What I wanted to watch was Cam. And I was surprised by me being in Carolina with him being beat up, man. He looked like the old Cam. I know it's one game, and I know against the Dolphins, because playing the Dolphins is like practice because they're running the same defensive scheme, right? So that's one of the games that, you know, if you had to pick a first game for Cam to showcase, showcase his ability and whatnot, obviously you couldn't get a better matchup than that. But I was really surprised that we saw Cam and I was surprised, and I was curious on how New England was going to use him. And I knew coming in they was going to do some things that fit Cam ability, because that's what they're about. They're one of the teams scheme-wise where they'll adjust their scheme to fit the player and find out what they do well, and they're going to put that in their offense. In addition to that, they're going to find out whoever they're facing, they're going to find out what they're struggling with, and they're going to adjust their offense or defense to get that done as well. And I thought New England, man, the coaches, man, and Cam, I was really surprised at the success that he had. Now, did he throw 300 yards and all that? No, but he did what the old Cam usually did. Even that last touchdown where Baker was trying to knock his chin off. I mean, he was in the game. And then you know what, Klew, he topped it off and got it. And was about to get it. Got a chain ripped off at the end of the game. So that was Cam of old. All he was missing was the hat.
Hey, so Kite Jam, what was the biggest surprise for you?
The fans of Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. The fans of Tampa Bay was the biggest surprise to me. That they didn't realize they got an old man at quarterback. That's what was my biggest surprise. The fans of Tampa Bay. You got a 43-year-old quarterback. He cannot throw an out route. Janoris Jenkins walked and intercepted that. Yeah, he was walking when he intercepted
Hey, Pac Jam. Not only did he throw the out route, but he threw it behind the dude.
He don't have the strength no more. That's bubble gum. You know that.
Hey. So I gotta give a shout out. What's up, Mom? That's my mama, MB.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mom. No, hey, MB. Notice she said, "What's up, Kate?" Now she got 2 kids.
Hey, Pac Jam, what's going on? Are you the black sheep of the family, Pac Jam?
Listen, it's not hard to see. She got 2 kids. She said, "What's up, Kate?"
I know. Come on, mama. My biggest. She probably just doing y'all individual shout out to one. She about to come back and say, "Hey, baby."
MB, that's her baby.
That's
baby boy.
Hey, she don't want. See, she don't want my brother going in on her. So that's what that is. Say this. My biggest surprise was a win by them Jags. Only Florida team to do something. Only Florida team to do something right here. So my biggest surprise was I had done wrote them off to oblivion, and they came out there and figured out a way to get them a victory, man. Hey, look here, games. One of the games that was another surprise, MB, for me was the Cowboys losing to the Rams.
How?
Because MB, go ahead. I'll let you tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, Pac-Jam, you wasn't here, but Klew was promoting the Cowboys like Don King, man. He's like, they going to Super Bowl. He was like Emmett and Troy all the way, man. And Jimmy Johnson was coaching them.
They all back. All of them back.
He got all that. You know, he drank the Kool-Aid, man. It's like, oh, man, they're gonna get it done.
Did you see MB? Did you see Aaron Donaldson on that offensive line of the Cowboys?
That's a beast. That's a grown man. That joker, he got those vice grips for a hand, man. He's a grown man.
How many linemen he threw around that night?
Bro, he is a grown man. And I mean, it's unfair because they go to that bare front where then now you can't double him. All you can do try to slide the protection. That bare front with everybody coming, he's going to get the one-on-one. It really don't matter. That is a grown man who plays hard every snap. Every snap, he's trying to get to the quarterback, man. That's
Danny White was
man.
Hey, Danny White was a baller, Double A. Don't do Danny White like that. He was a player.
Oh, Danny White, come on.
Yeah,
the closest thing to Donna is my boy Sapp. As far as from defensive tackle, because he'll get in that wide.
No. He was talking about Danny White, the quarterback for the Cowboys, MB.
Oh,
I got saying that's what Dak looked like. Danny White.
I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was making reference to. I thought he was talking about Randy White. Excuse me, the monster.
No.
Randy White.
Reggie White.
No. Yeah, Reggie White is
that's a great comparison.
Yeah. I think me and Sapp, him and Sapp got the same type of game. Reggie,
no. Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying that grown man. What you?
That grown man. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I think Sapp was so athletic. MB, I think his athleticism. He was strong too, MB, but really he was more athletic than strong. When I look at Sapp, you know, and that's what I think about. Boy, they going back. Double A say Jeff Jeffcoat, man. He gonna get everybody. He gonna call everybody that. How about
hey, go ahead. I'm gonna have to go, Klew.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta run out. Hey, appreciate you, Pac Jam.
Well,
it's kind of hard to see you, Pac Jam, with all that Alabama stuff on.
Roll Tide in 2 weeks.
Hey, you got your little matching. 2
weeks, we rolling.
You got your little matching pillow set over there too. Little Walmart pillow set.
No. That was made by Miss Shirley. Out of Mobile, Alabama. Don't you do that.
Hey, Mama, tell him, Mama, have him wear something else. Get rid of that Alabama stuff. Come on now. I'm gonna have to tell your mom on you. All right, guys, appreciate y'all.
All right. Hey, Pac Jam.
Yes, sir.
Man, let me tell you. So finishing up, man. What did you think about? I know MB made him a problem. Another surprise to me was AA run out there in Green Bay, man, and Devontae Adams going ham. I just thought that was special.
Well, again, it goes.
I think let me see real quick. Hey, you hear me? Oh, okay. So yeah, it's crazy how that happened. It's saying can y'all hear me now? You can hear me. Yeah, they're saying no audio right here. So hopefully they hear me. Yeah, the last game we wanted to discuss, man, me and MB talked about early on that the Arizona MB picked 49ers to win their division, and Arizona beat them. Pac Jam, they can't hear you. They can't hear you. So
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you. We got you now. Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
Arizona beat the 49ers, man. How'd you feel about that? MB picked them to win the division.
Well, again, I was a little worried about the 49ers because in this past offseason, if you remember, everybody on that roster was talking about, I want more money, I need more money.
Okay.
From the tight end to the running backs. And then they lost their best receiver, the kid from South Carolina.
Okay.
He's on IR right now. So I just didn't really see them. I didn't see them being the same team they was from last year. I just don't see that same hunger. I don't see that same mojo.
Right.
Arizona feel like, we here. We the new team of the West. They got a shot in the arm when Hopkins went over there. I just feel like big things. I expected that, to be honest. I feel like big things coming out of Arizona. I really do.
Well, I had them picked. MB had them picked third in the division. He had the Rams finishing last. I had them second, and I have the Seattle Seahawks finishing first. And I think the 49ers are going to be third in the division. I think they're going to fall way off. But also, I challenged MB in the very beginning when we talked about this. I said, hey, that's the toughest division in football, period. Because I feel like the Rams going to get everybody a play. You know what I mean? They're going to go hard against everybody. They're going to upset. You were forgetting in the division, you play twice. You play twice.
Right. I
think
I would say the same thing. That to me, when you look at the landscape of it, because most divisions are just a two-team race in most divisions. Right. I would say so too. That'll be the top division in football. I agree with that as well. And another thing too that didn't get talked about a lot. If you remember during the offseason, the 49ers flirted with Brady. That wasn't a good look.
Yeah, early on.
That wasn't a good look to flirt with Brady after that Super Bowl. And to me, to now all of a sudden try to galvanize and say, okay, we galvanize the troops, say we behind Garoppolo. That doesn't look right.
Well, if you think about it, though, that's not his guy. He went in there and they solidified it just so that, guess what? We ain't got nobody else here. But they looking to put him on the first thing smoking. And I think, they'll take a cap hit happily to replace him moving forward. And the last game we want to talk about, man, and you and I spoke a little bit about this early on. Cleveland Browns versus BMO. Baltimore
is a Super Bowl contending team. Okay? Let's get that out there right now. Baltimore, those two teams are on two different paths. Baltimore is a Super Bowl contending team. Baltimore is the type of team, they got one team in their eyes. That's Kansas City. That's their focus, Kansas City. Not Pittsburgh, not the Cleveland Browns, not the Cincinnati Bengals, but Kansas City Chiefs. That's where their focus is at. And that's where it's supposed to be at. It's supposed to be right there. So I wasn't surprised in that game being a lopsided game. That's a Super Bowl contending team. You got, to me, from the front office to the last man, it's disarray in Cleveland. Cleveland is Cleveland right now.
Cleveland is horrible. Cleveland is horrible. I knew they'd be horrible. Where do you go from now? Because you came in and pegged again, another one bit the dust, saying Baker Mayfield is their guy. You got to live and die with him. Where do you move forward from here? Why didn't y'all bring in a real quarterback to at least, challenge him?
Well, see, that's what happens when you get all these analytical guys. You get these analytical guys, and this is what you get. Because what has happened is analytical guys have replaced that old school scout. That no talent, that can spot dry land through muddy water. They've replaced that guy with analytical guys in suits.
Right. Well, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. You start Nick Chubb, a monster, Kareem Hunt, another monster backing him up. You got Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry at the receivers. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. You got a decent O-line, and defensively, I don't even care with as much offense that I just named. You can rival what the offense looked like in Kansas City with the names that I just named, but yet you get no production. It's only one name I ain't saying, and that's Baker Mayfield when I was naming all them players. You have to make an adjustment. And like I told MB, the story to watch in Cleveland is Odell Beckham imploding and exploding all over Twitter and all the other social medias that he have, telling us and allowing us into the locker room and what's really going on there. And I think he's going to try, you know, very quickly here to work himself out of that situation.
And he's at the end of the day, he's not wrong. And listen, Landry's not a choir boy neither. He's gonna go off too. Remember, he went off down in Miami by Tannehill when they was down there experimenting with Tannehill, run the left, run right with Tannehill.
Right.
Remember, his voice got him out of Miami.
Right.
So he will do the same thing.
Well,
you know.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on with us tonight.
No problem. No problem. Anytime,
we definitely had the role. We appreciate y'all riding with us, ballers, man. Let us know how y'all liked He's a Problem, because we sure enjoy it. Think that's going to be a great look for us moving forward. We'll be right back with you guys on Friday. I think we're going to skip tomorrow. We definitely want to bring back the sit down with you guys where we bring on guests and panelists and go back and forth with them. And that's going to be our Wednesday show from now on. But we'll be back to you for pregame Friday, that pregame for the weekend, college football and the ACC, and definitely the NFL. And enjoy that game tonight, man. It's going to be an awesome game. Y'all going to see the Clippers go down. Hey, any point words?
Oh, no, that's it. I want to watch a good game tonight, too, man. Good game tonight. I look for Boston to win by double figures tonight, and I look for Clippers to closing on out.
Well, for Sideline, the Baseline with MB and Klew, and appreciate your Pack Jam for stopping in with us. We are gone. Love y'all.